Same. Hello, hello. How are you today?
I am great. How are you doing, Trish?
I'm doing awesome. So we just wrapped up a phenomenal training in one of our private groups that we are, and we had hundreds of network marketers. We're pretty excited to learn what we're going to share with you guys here today. So if you're live, go ahead and drop on that you are live. And if you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay. We are actually live at a few different places at one time. So just join in where you're watching us from so we can give you a good shout out.
Absolutely. So we typically just do these trainings right inside of our private group. If you're not a member of that group, it's a free group where we teach free marketing strategies for social media every single Thursday. So just drop a group in the comments if you're not in that group, Social Networking Professionals yet, and we'll be happy to send you over the link. But the information we shared today was so valuable that we wanted to kind of put it out there a little bit broader in the public space to help people out. So I'm excited to share this.
Yes, and I see we've got Mexico watching. Hey, Jessica. We've got Tampa Bay, Alabama. Hey, Dawn, how are you? Alexis, how are you? Lots of people hopping on here. Very good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my slides real quickly. And let's just see. Boom, boom, boom.
And this is a little snapshot, guys, of what we do inside our group every single Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So it'll give you a sense for the types of presentation and information we give inside of that group.
Absolutely. I see we have a few more people hopping on too. Welcome, guys. So what we're going to share with you guys is, have you guys ever wondered, think about this, you do a post and maybe it's about, your kids, your family, or your pets, and you get like a gazillion responses, right? And then you put something out about your business and it's crickets, right? And I remember I used to get so irritated and I used to get mad. I'm like, gosh, why do my friends not support me like at all? Like, just like my post if nothing else, right? Well, what I didn't know is a lot of times they're not seeing our posts, right? So we're going to share with you today some different Facebook hacks that there are, because Facebook is constantly changing the algorithms. So staying on top of that is key because over time, it's always changing. And if you're not changing along with it, then your content's just not being seen.
Exactly. And I just want to say hello to everyone. Dawn, Terry from Cereal City, USA, both, Alexis. Hey, guys, thanks for joining. So here's a little timeline, guys. And this is important because Facebook has changed over time. So you can see here when Facebook was born way back in 2004. I got to put my glasses on. Yes, it was 2004. And back then, guys, all the way up to about 2009, even maybe a little bit after that, you could actually post pictures of your products. You could post about your business. You could have your background cover photo set to your company name like I did. And you could actually do business that way. People would reach out. They'd be curious about what you're doing. They'd want to buy your products. Some wanted to join your business, and it worked, right? But over time, Facebook changed the way it wanted people to interact on the platform. It didn't want that kind of salesy stuff out there. So if you're doing that and you're not getting engagement, it's not because your friends don't like it. It's because your friends aren't seeing it. And Facebook really now, over time, moved toward more of a community-based type of interaction. They wanted more community, more real conversations, more meaningful conversations. And over time, posts like, pictures of your products stop getting seen, and posts inside groups, inside communities where people were creating relationship in the groups and comments and Messenger were really being favored. So that's what gets seen now.
So guys, if this is making sense and you're seeing the same thing, drop us a 1 below, okay? Drop us a 1. All right. So here are 4 Facebook ranking signals really to consider. Okay. So 1, it's the relationship, right? So think about this. And this is about the person who is seeing your content, right? is the post for them a person, a business, or a public figure who they are engaging with, right? Is that who it is? Because think about this, if you're not engaging with somebody, why would Facebook want you to see their information? They're going to assume you're not interested, right? So they want to know, is there some kind of a relationship here? Do these people interact together? Do they comment on each other's posts? Do they like each other's posts, right? So the more that Facebook is seeing a relationship, which comes from engagement, the more Facebook is going to rank it in that algorithm as they're placing things in the newsfeed. The second is the content type. So what type of media is the post, and which type of media does the user interact with most? Well, this is why we teach our team, right, to make sure you're using different types of posts every single day, that you're rotating through them, that you're doing video, that you're doing pictures, that you're, doing some inspirational memes, there's sharing a personal story, right? There's all different types of posts that you can be doing, but it's based on that content type and how the end user reacts that's going to get you more engagement. So rotating through these means you're going to be able to really place higher with certain people through this content type. And if you're only doing one media way, like if you're only, just doing like a long form post, if it's somebody who's not a reader and they're not going to interact with that, they're not going to start seeing your content, right? It's just, if Facebook's going to say, hey, this isn't what they're looking for. So that's really important. The third thing is the popularity, right? And it's not how popular you are, by the way. It's how are people who have already seen the post reacting to it? Is it a popular post? Is it a topic that people are, engaging with? And this is really important because, and this is why time of day that you post matters so much too, because you want to make sure that you're posting at times that people are going to start commenting, liking, sharing your post, because Facebook then is going to say, okay, this post is really popular with this audience. And they're going to immediately start opening up that algorithm and getting it in front of more eyes, right? So if it's something that, you post in the middle of the night and your audience isn't on in the middle of the night, guess what? It's not going to end up being a very popular post. And so what's going to happen, then you've gotten the fourth step here, and just realized my number was up, but you get here in the fourth step here, recency. And so how new is the post? So the thing is, if your post is really popular, Facebook's going to keep putting it in there, even if it's not a newer post. But if your post is not popular, it's not going to be showing up in that algorithm because for the most part, it's going to be showing those newer posts first.
So guys, if this is making sense to you, hit some of those love hearts and let us know, okay, if it's making sense to you. Okay, so there are 5 simple steps to get more engagement by beating the Facebook algorithm. So we're going to go through each of these in details, but basically they're the friends and followers cleanse, doing some CPR, using stories, using videos, and branded Facebook groups.
So step 1, doing a friends cleanse, right? The thing about this is cleaning out your friends list. And what I, find a lot of times is if you really start going through your friends list, there's going to be people there you don't know, right? Like you're like, I don't even have a clue who this person is, how they ended up in my feed. Well, guess what? That brings your algorithm down, right? So you want to start cleaning out and really be keeping the people who you're having interactions with or who you want to be having interactions with. So you can do this manually, or you can also use a master friends remover tool to do this. But if you get started, you can easily go through quickly and look and see, are there people who only have a default photo, right? Like it shows up in gray, they don't really have a photo. It's likely those people aren't really active on Facebook. It's likely they're probably not seeing your content anyway. And it's not likely that you really care if they see your content. So that's a great way to start, is to start by removing those people first. A next really simple way is to check whose birthday it is each day and ask yourself if you've ever had any type of meaningful interaction with this person, right? And a lot of times I notice this too, when I'm looking, I'm like, I don't even know who this person is, right? And so that's another way to figure out who to, get rid of. If it's somebody who you know and you want them seeing your content, well, this is a perfect opportunity to write something or comment on their timeline so that you can start having a little more interaction with them so that your stuff will start showing up in that newsfeed. But otherwise, this is a great way and a great indicator of people who you might be able to clean out. And just remember, cleaning out friends who don't engage is going to give you a better engagement score with Facebook. And Facebook will then show your posts more to more people.
The next step is doing a little CPR. And it's so funny. I heard this term the very first time, Trish, from Fraser Brooks. He called it giving your social media friends a little CPR. And I thought it was so funny and so appropriate. So give your engagement a little CPR through commenting, posts, reply method. So this is super important, guys, especially if you're spending a lot of time curating posts, spending a lot of time figuring out what you're going to say on live video, and then you're not getting engagement, right? So spending a few times doing these things is going to be totally worth it. So 5 minutes before you go post, go out and comment on a bunch of friends' posts, preferably the people that you're hoping will see your post. So imagine if you're working with, say, 5 potential prospects, go out on their timeline and, comment on a few of their things. When you do that, your posts will show up in their news feed, okay? Then you're going to create your post and post it, right? And then spend about 5 minutes afterwards replying to all of those comments. Those 5 minutes are the key times that Facebook and its algorithm is looking for engagement. So if you get some engagement and you keep that engagement going in those first 5 minutes, Facebook's going to say, oh, that's a really good post. I'm going to keep showing it. Okay, so that time is really important. Next thing is get your audience replying to each other. Aim for love hearts, not likes. So hearts actually rank higher than just people clicking that thumbs up button. And post when your audience is online. So there's lots of tools to tell when your audience is online. So you want to be posting during the times that they're there. So on Instagram, there's Instagram Insights. If you have a creator or a business account, you can actually see when your audience is most online. And on Facebook, there's a really easy way to look in Messenger to see how many people are online. So if there's only a few people, that's probably not a good time to post. So you'll get to know those times and post when people are online.
All right. So guys, if this is making sense to you so far, drop us a 2 below and give us some love hearts. All right. And the third step is using Facebook stories. Now, I love this one because, first of all, I think stories are fun and they're easy, right? But stories are one of the hottest places to be seen on Facebook. First of all, they're up at the very top of your screen. So when you get on, whether you are on your desktop or whether you're on your phone, you're going to see them right across the top and you can swipe through. The cool thing is that it's a really fun way to be able to, keep in touch with people. But it's really cool because it's not part of the news feed or the algorithm, right? So it's going to allow you to get your content in front of more people easier because of the fact that it's not part of that algorithm. They're effective at driving traffic. So you can use them. You can do polls. You can, you can do so many different things with stories to really send people where it is that you want them. It's a great way to get a message out about different groups that you might be in, or you can put some, hashtags or links or anything like that that are going to get people going in that direction you want them. Your user, right? So the people who are seeing your stories, they want stories that are easy to understand. They want to be able to see new products, and they want tips or advice, right? People are spending more time going through those stories than they are going through the newsfeed at this point. So getting your stuff out there, sharing your posts that you make or sharing your videos to your stories is a great thing too, because again, the algorithm doesn't matter in your stories. You can be doing videos, photos, you can type in different text, boomerang videos. It's a great way to get your lifestyle out, but most of all, you want to have fun and work on getting your brand message out there through stories. And you want to be posting about a minimum of 3 times a day. But the cool thing is, you can post 20. It doesn't matter, right? But you want to make sure you're at least doing the minimum of 3 every day.
So if this is making sense, guys, and you're getting some value from it, hit some of those love heart emoji buttons. We love the love heart emoji.
We love the love hearts. We do love the love hearts.
Okay, step 4. It's some of your favorite. I know it. Live video. So Facebook is favoring watch parties in the news feed over live video. But that being said, live video is still super, super important, guys. It receives 6 times more engagement than regular video. And I was sharing this in our group when we did this presentation that I did a little test yesterday. And I was live in a Facebook group with someone, and I downloaded that video and uploaded it to my personal profile here on Facebook. And because it wasn't live, it was an uploaded video at that point. It was like crickets. No one saw it. And it's not that the video was bad. It was really
it was amazing.
It was like Facebook just wasn't seeing it because it wasn't live. So 6 times more engagement when you go live. The optimal length is 10 to 15 minutes long. People will drop off after that, okay? Unless your content is so good and so valuable, people will be out of there. The longer you keep people interested, the higher your video will score in the algorithm. So the longer people watch, Facebook's going to go, wow, this must be a good video. I got to keep showing it, right? Show up with energy. And I shared this as well. So I've been really conscious about showing up with more energy in 2021. And I went back and I watched a couple of those videos and I went, it's still not energetic.
No.
So you got to sometimes go back and watch your videos, and you've got to, evaluate. And sometimes you got to be critical of yourself. And if you don't like doing that, have someone else do it for you and give you some feedback. Here's the thing. If someone watches 7 hours of your video content, you have so much influence over them. They will buy from you. They will join you. They will do pretty much whatever you ask them to do. So think about that. Like, live video develops know, like, and trust, and nobody joins businesses till they know, like, and trust you. That's why sending copy paste messages in Messenger doesn't work, because literally you've got to send thousands before someone will even take a look, because there's no like, and trust there. So live video is key. And if you're super scared of live video, we actually have a Facebook Live challenge we run inside one of our private groups. It's a closed environment, so you can feel safe. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. No one's going to laugh at you. There's no haters in there. So if you're scared of live video and you want to do that, just drop a live video in the comments, and we will come back in and send you the link to that challenge.
I love that you brought that up, Ruth, because I know we've got team members that live challenge literally has changed their business completely. Mm-hmm. Because they were like, I remember one person in particular, just about a year ago, she said, if I want to build on social media, do I have to do live video? Because I don't like how other people do it. They're not professional, da, 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 da. And I said, well, do you want an honest answer? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, you need to do live video. But she did that challenge, and it was a game changer for her, because she realized she could still be herself. She could still be professional like she wanted. And she's, her business has just gone crazy since, adding live video to what she's doing. But the other thing is that when I was, looking up some of these things for 2021, they said that in 2020, live video increased by over 50%. Over 50% of the Facebook users started doing live video who had not been doing it. And obviously we know part of that's because of people being in lockdown and being at home. But whatever the reason, the popularity of live video got even greater. So again, that's why Facebook, gives it so much more engagement than a regular video or anything else that you can do. So I hope you guys are doing lives. But if this is making sense, guys, drop us a 4 below. Okay, drop us a 4.
And the other thing I want to just quickly mention about this challenge is one of the things we hear from people is they don't know what to do their videos about, right? They're willing to give it a shot. They're a little scared, but they don't know what to talk about. So in this live video challenge, we give you the topics every day. You'll actually get a little messenger message that gets fired off to you, and you'll know what your topic will be for the day. So that takes some of the anxiety out from it when you know what your topic is. So I just want to throw that in.
And actually, Ruth, though, to add to that, one last thing too, the other thing about it, guys, is it takes place in our private Facebook group. So you've got a nice, safe environment to practice in so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable or weird, be it on your profile. You've got a nice, safe, closed environment to be doing that on.
I think this is your turn, Trish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Step 5. See, guys, we do this and you don't have to be an expert. Oh. You can still make mistakes. It doesn't matter. Step 5, guys, are branded Facebook groups. So another channel, to connect with your customers, your fans, your community. And like we said before, Facebook is all about that community. But having a Facebook group, a branded group that's going to go along, it's also a second channel for important content to be in front of your audience, right? So it allows you to get more in front of your audience. And because Facebook likes groups so much, they actually prioritize your posts in the newsfeed from groups. So if you've got a group that's a highly engaged group, it's going to show up in your newsfeed likely before a lot of the people who you know are in your newsfeed. And this is something that's different. Years ago, you didn't see all the group content. In fact, if you missed something, it was typically from a group because you only saw the people. And today, that's a lot different. If I go through my newsfeed, it's almost group after group after group after group versus person after person after person. So having a branded Facebook group will be super helpful for your business. But guys, if you got value from this, drop us a value below. But this is just a small taste. We actually have a little bit longer of a presentation. We gave a few more things, but these are just a few of the tips that we talked about today in our private group, and we wanted to share them here with you. So if you liked what you saw and you're not part of our group yet, drop us a group below. And we'll get you access into that group so that you can be up on all the latest strategies to be building your business on social media today.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful day and upcoming weekend. And we'll be back at some time next week again.
Absolutely. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.